Buddy Riley, you want to make some smash burgers? Smash burgers! Hey Carnivore crew, welcome back to the channel. Check it out, smash burgers, easy, let's do it. Here's what I'm gonna use, Kinders. This is salt, pepper, garlic, that's it. Smash them together, I'll do it one-handed for you, how's that? Make about 4 even balls. That doesn't have to be perfect, and the balls don't have to be like perfectly round either. This is my second batch. You can see I have some grease still going there. Medium to medium high heat. You want it pretty hot. Here's the first thing that most people miss. You want to put this on there, squish it down just a tiny little bit, but we want to start cooking what is going to be the top of the smash burger. Let me show you what I mean. So we're going to just get a little bit there, and then we're going to flip it. So that top part, the reason we do that is so that our smasher, this guy right here, doesn't stick to the burger, or the burger doesn't stick to it. So I'm pushing pretty firmly here. But these cook fast. Obviously it depends on how thin you make them. See how I do that little twist, and look, not much of it stuck. I can say none of it stuck, but a little tiny bit did. If you don't do that little trick of cooking the top of it first, it sticks to this. Even if you butter it, even if there's grease on it, it still sticks. So cook the burger a tiny little bit before you flip it over. It will help a lot. That looks fantastic. Again, it's cooking fast. All right, let's flip it over. Again, this one's pretty thin. It's gonna cook pretty fast. I want it to be in that grease, by the way, or that fat that's cooking there. A little bit of cheese on it. We'll give it a couple minutes. By the way, the meat I'm using is a 70-30, so a little bit higher fat content. There we go. There's our first smash burger. One thing fun about smash burgers, you're not trying to make them perfect. See how there's like little air pockets and whatever in there? After you make these a few times, you'll realize like that's half the fun of it. It's not supposed to be like some perfectly rounded thing. So I'm getting it in those hot juices, cooking up what's gonna be the top of the burger, right? So we'll flip it here, and hopefully that makes it so that our smasher, well, the burger meat does not stick to the smasher. So let's push down hard, give it a little twist. Let's see if we can twist it off without it sticking to the smasher. There you go, that was pretty good. If you're new to carnivore, you must get, well, I'm gonna call it a must get, a cast iron skillet like this. That smasher is new to me, but I absolutely love it. I don't like having more things in my kitchen. My kitchen's already cluttered, but this is a must do, it's a go-to. And by the way, it goes in the dishwasher. For me, it's a big deal. But yep, there you go. And look at that, purposely kind of getting the juices on that burger. In carnivore, we want the juices, we want the grease, we want the fat. Cooking up pretty hot here. You can see that grease is going to be bubbling. I'm going to have a little mess to clean up. That's okay. I'm still working on how to reduce that mess. Now it's perfect. The cheese will melt a little bit more as it sits here. Those burgers are hot. Let's get another one. All right, don't forget the step. Don't just put the smasher on there. If you put the smasher straight on, it's gonna stick to it. You're gonna get mad. It's gonna not be great. So let it cook just a minute. Flip it over. That's enough. Just that's enough. And now the meat won't stick to the smasher. Some of my kids like these a little thinner. Some like a little thicker, so you can kind of decide what to do. See that? Well, tiny bit stuck to it, but that's good. You'll see when you start making these that that's not that good. All right, it's cooked a couple minutes. Let's give it a flip. Let's put some cheese on it. Give it a couple more minutes there to cook. So if we're gonna stay in the carnivore diet, let's talk about how I'm going to add to this. I've got some hot sauce, no sugar added. Low chemicals. I've got a little bit of lime that I like to put on there. It's veering from the middle of the carnivore diet, but I mean, come on, it's pretty much in the center. There's another burger ready to go for us. All right, last one. You know how to do it. Get the top, cook it a little bit, flip it over. Get your double spatula is how I started doing this, but I'm telling you, this is way better. Get the smasher. This thing's awesome. By the way, you can throw it in the dishwasher. At least this one right here, you can throw in the dishwasher. And it's just nice, quick, and easy. But I'll put a link in the description down below to this particular one. All right, let's try it out. These are cooked perfectly. Actually, this is perfect for how my kids like them. I could probably go for a little bit more pink in the middle, but don't get me wrong, they're absolutely delicious. Once you try the burgers this way, you won't go back to like the regular burgers. All right, here's our last one on the grill, finishing it off. Now look, see the grease? I put this pan up here to try to get the grease so it doesn't go onto the backsplash. But that's my one complaint is I kind of get grease everywhere. I know they make some little covers for the pans, but you know, I'm just not gonna do that, at least not at this point. All right, here we go. There you go, my friends, smash burgers. Hey, put a comment down below what you think. The dogs are tired. We walked about 8 miles today. Don't worry, I'll give them some of that grease on their food. Hey friends, if you appreciate these videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.